On today's show, we're going to be counting down the top 10 best Harley Quinn statues of all time. That's up next. Hello fellow collectors, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, your Dark Knight of Collecting, and welcome back to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. And boy do I have a very special treat for you today. I know you guys have really been digging the top 10 list videos, and boy do we have a great one today. Well, arguably one of the best and most energetic and fun comic book characters of all time, Harley Quinn. And today we're going to be counting down those top 10 best statues of her. Now, of course, over the years, she started out at Batman the Animated Series, and then look how much she's changed over the years. She was just the Joker's girlfriend for a long time, and now she is this strong, leading female, and what a great character. I mean, she's fun, like I said, fun, energetic, psycho in a lot of cases, but a lot of people relate to her. And obviously, statues have changed over the years as well. From the jester look all the way to the more modern look. But basically what we did is in my Facebook group, Batman Statue Collector, Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles, and if you're not there on Facebook, please join us. We have so much fun in that group, and you're able to meet so many other fellow positive collectors. These people are amazing, so please join us. But anyway, we did another poll in the group, and you could pick five of your favorite. Now, there was a lot of candidates, and at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you my five, because my five doesn't necessarily line up with the top five that was chosen. Okay, so I know a lot of you said, "Hey, Chris, what are your picks?" And so I want to share those with you guys at the end too. Okay, so we're going to count down from 10 all the way up to 1, and let's start with number 10. Alright guys, so coming in at number 10 with officially 28 votes was the Sideshow animated series Harley Quinn. Now this is a really fun piece and it's brand new. It just recently came out to collectors, and if you're not familiar with this line, it is Sideshow's take on the animated series. It's not exactly what the animated series looks like, but it is Sideshow's take, and I feel like this piece in particular is probably the best in the line in my opinion. Of course, you have Bud and Lou. It looks really great, and I think she is really well sculpted. Just a really fun piece, and the great thing about this particular piece, in my opinion, is the size and price point. It's not that expensive. It definitely represents the fun, quirky nature of that classic jester Harley Quinn, again from the animated series. You guys know I love the animated series, so again, this is a fun piece. I'm glad it was voted in. I don't know. Look at it. It's just an awesome piece. All right, so now coming in at number 9 with 30 votes is the Tweeterhead Superpowers Harley Quinn. Now this one's also a lot of fun. Again, that classic jester look. I don't think Harley Quinn was ever actually part of the Superpowers figures whenever I was a kid. Obviously, that was way before her time. But this one fits in with that line very well. You know how great the Joker piece is in that series, and this one complements it. Of course, this one is very different than any other Harley Quinn with a jetpack, and she's firing off the ground. Very, very different. But again, it's just a fun piece, and this is another one, just like the animated series piece. It's a great price point. Great size. I think she's pretty hard to find. I know she's sold out almost everywhere as far as I know. So she's harder to find at this point, but she's still a fun piece. Some great switch outs, and of course the head sculpt looks great. It's just a fun piece, again, from Tweeterhead. I can definitely see why it got so many votes at number 9. Alright, so we're ready for number 8, and I'm a little bit surprised where this one was ranked, but it had 35 votes, so just 5 votes more than the Tweeterhead piece. But this is, of course, the Prime 1 Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, the Margot Robbie piece, 1/3 scale, again from Prime 1 Studio, and that's a piece that I owned, and I really liked it. Some people feel like the head sculpts are right on the money. I felt like they were a little bit off, in my opinion. The one that I liked was the bubblegum face. I thought that was really, really good, and it really captured the character, especially Margot Robbie. But it's just a beautiful sculpted piece. The body on it, the base is fun, but really good sculpt. And again, being 1/3, of course, it has a lot of presence. But I was, of course, not going in the movie direction. I went with the comic book direction, so I do miss that piece because it was so beautiful. But again, I can see why it's on the top 10 list because, again, it's a beautiful Harley Quinn sculpt. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so that brings us then to number 7 with just 36 votes, so just one more than number 8. But this is the OG Harley Quinn premium format. You guys know that I had this in my collection for a long time. I no longer do. I went to another fellow collector, and I'm really excited that he's going to be getting that piece because he's always dreamed of having it. I'm very happy with my new one. But anyway, the OG has stood the test of time for a long time, and people still, even when I did my comparison video, people said I still prefer the OG compared to the new one. And so that really says a lot about that sculpt. It's a museum pose, but it does capture her psychoness. You know, the eyes, they were just bugging out of her head. You could just feel how crazy she was, and she wanted to use that mallet so bad. But she's just a gorgeous piece. And again, the only maybe downside for collectors these days are that she is a cut and sew. She does have that fabric element to her, and not everybody likes that these days. But sexy, smart looking, devious looking. I really love that piece. I'm sure there might be someday where I miss it, but I'm really happy with the new one. But again, OG Harley Quinn, great choice. All right, guys, so coming in at number 6, let me double check my math here. Yes, 40 votes is the XM Studio Samurai Harley. Now, this is another new piece. It's not out yet as of the filming of this video, but people that have seen it in person said it's just one of the most beautiful Harley Quinn statues they've ever seen. An interesting take. Now, I know not everybody is a fan of the Samurai line, but this is a gorgeous piece. A lot of great details and beautiful, immaculate head sculpts. Really great reds and pinks. Now, I know not everybody's a fan of the vehicle that she's on, and that's kind of a weird take in some cases that they did with the Samurai line. But anyway, she is phenomenal, and it's just a fun piece that tells a story. Definitely a unique Harley. There's probably never going to be another one quite like that piece. I kind of thought this piece would be up just a little bit higher on the list, but I mean, come on, she's a gorgeous piece, and again, if you're a fan of that Samurai line, this is a no-brainer. All right, so now we're ready for the top 5 here, and let me double check again. Yep, 47 votes and another XM Studios piece. XM Studio Rebirth Harley Quinn. Now this, of course, is a smaller scale statue, again featuring Bun and Lou. I think that might have gotten a few more votes because it's just a fun piece. Actually, I was kind of surprised. I figure the Samurai would be more popular than this one, but this, again, is more of the classic Harley Quinn. So I think that might speak to more people, especially if they're not collecting the Samurai line. This one, definitely classic Harley. You have the mallet, you have the 2 dogs. It's a fun action pose. And again, it's a little bit more cost effective. It's a smaller scale, like I mentioned. It is a fun piece. It's not one that I would necessarily get for my collection, but it is a cool piece. And again, it's just that classic Psycho Harley, really fun. All right, so number 4 here with 55 votes is the Harley Quinn that I just bought back here. It's the Sideshow Collectibles Modern Harley Quinn, and that is the one, of course, behind me here. Very, very fun piece. This one I hesitated getting for a very long time. If you guys watched my recent videos, I talked all about that. But this is a really amazing piece, and it is a modern-looking piece, incredibly well sculpted, fully sculpted. Lots of fun little elements to it. The base is fun. Her pose is very, very good. Now, it's a little bit weird, wonky, if you will, in some angles, and we talked about that on the channel, of course, but the sculpt, the head sculpts, I love the jester look, and again, the blonde ponytail look as well looks absolutely gorgeous. Just a really, really fun piece, and again, if you're collecting any of these premium formats, this is one that can easily represent Harley Quinn in your collection if you are collecting one for scale. But again, I did sell my OG piece for this, so that does say a lot about this piece in my opinion. It is gorgeous, really well done. I can definitely see why it is now the top 4 because it's just a great, great piece. All right, so now we're down to our top 3 and 3. Here we go with 76 votes. So we're getting a lot of votes for these. 76 votes, the Prime 1 Arkham Knight Harley Quinn, one of my favorites in my collection. I absolutely love it. I'm looking at her right now. She is gorgeous, and she is one of the best, in my opinion, representations of Harley. That costume, that design. Fun, sexy, just powerful. She just looks great, and I really love the sculpt. Prime 1 hit this one out of the park, from the base to the little dolls exclusives to the swap outs with the bat or the Jack in the Box. Just fun swap outs, great, great head sculpts. If you want an impactful Harley Quinn in your collection, this one, in my opinion, is a no-brainer. I know not everybody loves that costume. Maybe they don't like the skirt element to it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I can't imagine ever parting with that statue in my collection. It is just beautiful. It's what I think of when I see Harley Quinn. And really, I personally think as of right now, it's my favorite Harley in my collection. So I can see why I got 76 votes, because it's an outstanding piece, a beautiful, gorgeous piece from Prime 1. And you guys know how much I love it. All right, guys, so coming in at number 2 with 80 votes is the Sideshow Collectibles Hell on Wheels Premium Format. Now, this is one that's not even out yet. This is that modern take on Harley Quinn. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning body, stunning head sculpt. And the fact that she's not even out yet and she scored this high, I'm amazed that she scored number 2. That says a lot, that people are really digging that piece. I feel like it's one of those ones where she's looking over the shoulder, so it might limit some of the posability of how you can display her. But I'm going to be getting her. I'm adding her to the collection somehow. And you might be saying, well, you just got that Harley Quinn back here. I promised everybody on Rogues Gallery Live that I would get both of them and do a compare and contrast. Because I got to figure out which one looks best in the case, right? But I feel like she's absolutely gorgeous. The only downside to that piece, in my opinion, is the base, just having that neon. Don't love that, but I love the pose. I love the more modern take of Harley Quinn. Obviously, that's a classic new look for her. I mean, you know, I think the Jester's days are kind of over. And so just a great, great look, modern take. But again, I'm real surprised that she scored so high. 80 votes, that's pretty impressive for a piece that's not out yet. But anyway, from top to bottom, I cannot wait to get that piece in and review it for you guys. But just again, gorgeous from, in my opinion, most angles. I feel like there's a couple of different really good options that you can display her. But man, what a beautiful statue. I can see why she was number 2. All right, guys, so now we're ready for number 1, and here we go. This might be a surprise to no one, but this got 115 votes. 115 votes. Number 2 got 80, so that tells you how much people like this piece. It's another one that's not even out yet, but it is, drumroll, with 115 votes, the Prime 1 Studio Harley Quinn 1/3 scale comic book edition. This piece is absolutely incredible. I have it on pre-order. I have the regular, I have the deluxe on wait list, so fingers crossed that I actually get that. The regular has 2 head sculpts and the hammer behind her. The deluxe has the gun hand pointing forward with the flag, and it has 2 additional head sculpts. So I am very excited about that piece, and clearly with the amount of votes, people really like this piece as well. Amazing sculpt, amazing body, amazing head sculpts. The base is this carnival base, which is massive. It's got the light up feature with the Christmas lights. Just an amazing piece. And again, that modern take on Harley is clearly very popular right now. People like that. I don't know if we're going to get very many Jester looks anymore. I think that look is old, and it's just not going to happen. But again, I like it just because it's classic Harley. But this piece, again, I cannot wait to review it for you guys. I cannot wait because I think it's is it the best on the market right now, or going to be on the market? I think it could absolutely be. To me, it's a toss-up between that and the Arkham Knight piece. You guys know, again, how much I love that piece. It's going to be interesting. Maybe I'll do a review video or a comparison between those two. We'll figure out which is the best Prime 1 Harley. But from top to bottom, this piece is gorgeous, amazing pose. It's just fun, and it is a good statue. And I cannot, like I said, I cannot wait to review it and own it and add it to my collection. So anyway, but bottom line, all of these statues, all 10, are amazing. They're all great Harley contenders. If they're one that you want to get for your collection and just have one Harley, all of these are great candidates. Even the ones below the top 10. A lot of those were from like DC Direct, like the Bombshell line. They got great votes, but they didn't get enough to get in the top 10. But that doesn't mean they're not good. There's some amazing statues. Some from the animated series. There's Black and White. There's just so many good ones. So definitely check out what other Harleys are out there. But those top 10, I feel like were very justified. I think they're amazing. They're all great. And again, if you're only going to have one Harley in your collection, any of those would be perfect. Okay. Now, I did promise you that I was going to give you my top 5 of which ones that I was going to pick. So number 1 on my list, these are not necessarily in order, but I did have the XM Samurai Harley. I had the Sideshow Harley PF that's behind me. I've got the Prime 1 Arkham Knight Harley Quinn 1/3, the Hell on Wheels PF, and the one at number 1, the Prime 1 Harley 1/3 scale comic book statue. So I think that I was in agreement with most of the group. So what a fun list, right? I mean, what an incredible list of Harley Quinn's top 10. I want to thank everybody that participated in the polling. And again, if you are not part of the Facebook group, please visit so you can participate in those polls as well. I'm sure we'll do more. We've done Joker, we've done Batman, we've done Harley. Hopefully we can do some more of these in the future as well. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up. Also, in the comments down below, give me your list. What are your top 5? Do you agree with the order that everybody voted in, or do you think that we're crazy for picking the ones that we did? I would love to know your thoughts down below. Please share. I love to read, and I try to respond to as many of them as I can. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. Again, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and click the notification bell, and make sure it's clicked on to always on. That way you get all of our videos and you don't miss all the fun. Thank you guys so incredibly much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the Batcave. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.